Hello fellow hitchhikers. This video is going to be a little bit of an alpha, I guess they call it. Something I'm really considering doing and planning to do today here. This is definitely not financial advice. I'll give that warning out front. As you know, I like to participate with a lot of things, not with the intention of profits, but with the intention of learning and being part of things that are happening. And this is something that I've just come across. It's been going on for a couple months now, and I've been seeing the products here and there and been really curious about it. And I finally had my eyes open today, and that is Elite. It's a pro gamer clothing brand slash social interaction team. It's pretty cool, and it really aligns with a lot of the blockchain and a lot of the things that are happening in the future here. So quite excited. I'm going to back up a little bit and just show you what it is and how I plan to participate and support it, and potentially big profits as well, but that's only if the whole thing is going well and everyone's making profits on it. So excited to be part of this. I'll back up here to this tweet from Chief, I believe. Well, Indus put out the reminder tweet, and I was wanting to watch this tournament and glad for the reminder so that I could watch the tournament. I always get confused on these different times and time zones, and so saw the tweet, and I asked about if there was a link anywhere, and Chief sent me the link, and to whoever else was on the chat, the tweet chat, to this Discord group. So I launched it, and this discord.com invite E1337 elite, and of course jumped into the Discord group. And once in here, I was like, what is this? Now, I don't know if any of you know Whale and the Whale community and a lot of the things they do with tournaments, and apparently this is got whale sharks. There's a lot of whale shark connection to this, but it does seem to be its own adventure. And what I'll just go up here to the info. There is a token. Whale Sharks posted the contract address and the Uniswap pool and the website. These are three really important links. I'm struggling with whether or not I'll post it in my description, because you really shouldn't use links that you find online. You want to go to original sources, because anyone can create a token and anyone can do anything online, and so it's easy to get phished or end up in the wrong area. But in the Discord group, these are the various addresses to the tokens and the pools and the website. And I watched the tournament, and I saw that there was a lot of people. There's still a lot of people that are hanging out in there in the voice channel. Maybe they've fallen asleep or walked away, or forgot that they're still on voice, because the tournament's just ended. But either way, lots of people participating, more than I typically see in a Discord event. So I thought, that's a good sign. When I went into the general chat, there are a lot of posts and activities and things going on. Oh, here we go. We got this airdrops. So they're dropping these tokens. It's worth about $2 just for being in here and having some in my wallet. I get to participate in some of these airdrops. Oh, that was from way back. So I don't think I got anything on that one. Anyways, so there's lots of activity in the chat, lots of people supporting each other. And I thought, this is a really cool community. What is it all about? So I jumped into this liquidity mining, because that's something I have participated with a few times in other projects. The RFox, as you know. I'm planning to participate in the VFox with the RFox liquidity pools. I'm not fully sure that I make much on those. I think I do, but I'm learning lots and enjoying it. So Elite has this liquidity mining happening. It started back in December, so I'm already kind of 4 months late to the game, but I'm going to join in on April. And as long as you provide $350 total in liquidity, then you will get a portion of the drop. And I find if one token really pumps versus the other, you get that impermanent loss, which is hard to offset the profits that are made from the portion of the trades. However, when there is incentive like this, it has been worth it. It was worth it with the RFox, and I think it'll be worth it with this. I'm excited about the project. It looks good. It's different than other things that I'm participating in, and it has recognizable names that are joining in. I'm excited. I'm excited to be part of this. So I'm going to shoot for participating all the way until the end of the year. And so I'm going to have this $550 target. I'm just going to put that in now because I don't want to pay the gas every time I go to do something each month. So I'm going to shoot to have that $550 worth and be able to just take my hands off and enjoy the drops as they come. So I'll go back to this info and I'll jump on to the Uniswap pool and a few of these other things. Now, before I go there, I want to go to the general channel and just show you a couple things I noticed in the pins, and that is that you need to hold 20 elite tokens to have this roll. Okay, if you hold 500 elite tokens, you get the monthly drops guaranteed. So these are additional drops that get distributed every month as they give the elite token to their community members and people that are involved. So it's a real payout to the community. So excited about that. And some other things here. So little description, maybe I'll just read it. Elite is the world's first luxury esports apparel brand, founded by a professional team of passionate gaming design enthusiasts. And it has some more information here. And I will jump over to an article that I found online. So my goal here then is to have 500 Elite in my wallet that you link. The way you link it is you go into the bot commands and you type !verify, and then it will start a bot conversation with you and give you the option to click this link, and as long as you're on a web browser that has a MetaMask extension or using the MetaMask browser, you'll then be able to link it to MetaMask, and then they can verify that you have the elite in your wallet, take the snapshots, and give you the airdrops. So expensive with all the gas, so I don't know how they're maintaining that many airdrops. That was one thing I kind of posted in the chat, and they're like, yeah, it's expensive. So curious about that, how long that can be maintained, or maybe they've got something else going, but I'll get deeper into this community as I go. So I want 500 elite tokens, and then I want enough for that liquidity pool. So let's take a look at it on CoinGecko. Here on CoinGecko, I can see that it's currently valued at $1.90. Now, price isn't the only thing that you want to consider. You'll notice it's jumped to $2.02, and I'm just doing an afterthought comment here as well, that it isn't just about the $1.90 or $2 that it's currently worth. It's also looking at the supply. So there's only 10 million tokens, and so that then gives us a sense of the market cap that it will be at. So total market cap right now, if you were to have every single token come out and be released and all the founders tokens, you'd be looking at about $19 million. And when you compare that to the market cap of any of the other large projects, you can see that this is has a long ways to go in price of the token. And this is why, like the Wi-Fi token and the YFI token and some of these other tokens end up with such large values for the token, is people don't understand the difference between market cap and price of the token. So you do really want to be looking at market cap when making your decisions. And if this was at $1 billion at this early stage in the game, I'd be like, okay, no, this is totally a big rug pull or something else is going on. But this is a nice small number relative to its potential, so I'm happy with that. And when I did a little bit of looking into the price history, it only came out in December, and it sort of sat around this $1.30, $1.39. It started to climb. There was some excitement, and there was some sort of hack that happened on the Discord, I believe. Tried to find a little information. I went to the March 14th date in the Discord, and there's like nothing. For that whole day, it's just silent. It's like the whole thing disappeared. And I think a lot of people were worried about a rug pull at that point, I suspect. So there's this massive drop, went right down low. If you go to the 30-day view, you can actually see that it dropped down to 14 cents. A whole bunch of people started dumping and panicking, I would imagine. Then they popped back on, everything's fine, and it's been slowly trying to climb its way back up. It's had a bit of a drop in the last 24 hours of about 20%. So, I mean, this is so early. This is not a swing trade. This is something that you believe in and get in early and want to participate in. Another variable that I like to look at when looking at a token is I jump on it and check it in Etherscan. And in Etherscan, you can see the holders. And so there's 344 wallets that currently hold this token. So this is very, very early. If you know, I've been watching the RFox, and it went from 3,000 wallets, 4,000 wallets, 5,000 wallets. It's been sitting flat at 5,000 wallets for the last few weeks, and hoping some of these announcements will get that going. So only 344 other wallets out there, and that's, some people probably have more than one wallet. So there's only a few hundred people that are doing this right now. But I feel like this is like a DC brand, you know, skateboards, kind of right early days. It feels like a really good fit. Let's jump at this news article that I came across. So the first one here is a little bit of an introduction. It's by Ivan Global, and Meet Elite's world's first luxury esports apparel brand. Kind of the same information that we saw in the Discord. And it's founded by a South Korean brand owned by One BC Korea and Whale Shark. And they're launching their online store this week. And the first run of clothing is no longer available. I missed that, but they're getting ready for a second run. And it's pronounced Elite. I mean, if you're following this channel, you probably know 1337 is the elite lingo. Anyways, yeah, so there's a little bit on this article here, South Korean, but I think it's just great clothing. I mean, I'm probably too old to be able to pull off some of this clothing. I might be able to do the t-shirt. That would work, but we'll see. There's also a Medium article that you can read and check out just where it's getting made. I think I read somewhere they're getting made in Morocco. They have the hoodie and the t-shirt to start. Maybe the hat. I don't know about that. Oh yeah, they do have the hat too. That's cool. So I love it. I think it looks good. I think there's enough people backing behind it, so I want to participate in this. At a bare minimum, I would suggest that you head over to the e1337.pro website and sign up for your email, so you at least get notified when they go live. It's not fully live yet. This is all TBA, to be announced when it's going to go live, but this would be at least something if you wanted to get some notifications. If it's too early to participate, something to watch. So I, of course, went onto Twitter, and I'm following Whale Shark because that makes the most sense if that's a founder person that's making this happen, and checked out their YouTube channel. They have a few videos. It was 99 subscribers a few minutes ago. Now it's 101. I think it was like 70 something when I joined. So there's some momentum that's happening from this tournament, and this is ground level. So if you are looking for a ground level thing, this would be something maybe to research and see if it's something you want to participate in. I'm going to go ahead now and proceed to start the liquidity. I'm going to purchase the Elite tokens, and then I'm going to start the liquidity pool, and I'll set that all up on video. So if you want to watch how I do that, then great. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. So using the Discord link for the Uniswap pool, I can get to the pool and be confident that it is the correct one. They at least do have the logo, but you can't always trust the logo. And I can see that the pool itself actually doesn't have it's not a huge pool, which is great. That means that actually, as it grows, I might be able to get some of the portion of the rewards. And I feel like both ETH is about to pump as well as this Whale Shark token over time. So maybe the impermanent loss will be offset by them both growing either way. So then I can hit the trade. It takes a while for it to load up, and you have to hit accept. If it's the first time loading it, it'll tell you that you understand. I mean, that anyone can create a token, that this could be a fake token, which is why I really try to find the actual project sources to the links until it's a lot larger. Then I can use the CoinGecko. In CoinGecko, it does actually have it in here too. But when I did the first searching for Elite, I ended up finding a different token. I was like, oh, this is weird. It has no activity. So I decided to go back to the original sources. But in CoinGecko, they also have under the market, you can click and it'll launch into the exchange pool that you're wanting to get to. So either is fine. Okay. So if I want to hold 500 of them and in my wallet, but I also want to have enough to have that 550 balance. So I'm going to assume, if I want to be able to do this for a year, there may be some ups and some downs. So let's say I kind of see this average price down here sitting around that $1.20 mark. So if I want to match that with the ETH, so I need $275 worth at least in order to be confident that I have that $550 balance in there. I'm going to do 275 in the pool. Plus, you need to have enough in the pool to actually make it worth it. So 275 would put me at 275 will put me at about $500 US. Plus, I have to match that with ETH, so about $1,000 in the pool, and I think that will make sense. So I cashed out my Atomic. I had some Atomic Cosmos that I had been staking for a long time, and it has gone up quite a bit, and I haven't really been following that project. And I thought, you know what, let's bail out of that, divert that over into this, and use that as a seed money to get going into Elite. So I need 775 Elite. That'll take 0.72, which will hopefully should leave me enough to be able to match the pool. I'm looking at the price of gas right now at 200, so I may have to hit the old pause and see if gas comes down before I do this trade. But let's just see what the gas would be. Why is this complaining that there's not enough balance? Oh, I'm not going from Elite to ETH. I'm going this direction. There we go. So I need 775 Elite. It's going to take 0.75 ETH. Swap. Confirm. $62 in gas. Wow. Even if I go with a slow. Now this is something to be aware of. Never, ever, ever change your gas limit. If you are going to do anything in the advanced here, you can lower the price. Like you're waiting for the price of gas to come down. But never change the gas limit. Otherwise, you'll run out of gas. Imagine yourself going on a trip, right? You're like, no, I'm going to wait till the price is lower. I'm going to get a deal on the price. But you're not going to have less gas in the tank. You're going to run out of gas. So I'll go. Right now, they're saying for slow, it's there. But these are maximum amounts. I think for the sake of the video, let's just do it. Let's make this happen. Alrighty. Well, that didn't take long. About 2 minutes. And the transaction has gone through. So now looking at, actually I need to add this to my wallet, because if I go into the MetaMask, it's probably not going to be there. I'm not going to be able to see it. So you used to always have to do it manually, where you would copy the contract address, go into MetaMask or whatever wallet you were using, and then you'd have to add token, custom tokens, and then paste that contract address from the CoinGecko. But now what I've discovered, I'm going to do it here just because, is that they have this button here that you can just click add to MetaMask, and it just automatically pops up MetaMask and says, hey, do you want to add these tokens? So that's a great feature from CoinGecko. This is a little confusing. I have 775 LEET tokens, but because it's a 1337, it looks like I have a lot more. So that'll be a little bit to train the brain to be able to see. So now let's go into the liquidity pool. So now I'm holding it, and that would be sufficient in itself to qualify for these drops that'll happen by having the 500 to get the guaranteed monthly drops. So excited about that, but I want to participate in the liquidity as well. So I'll come back over here to this original link to the liquidity mining, and I will click the add liquidity, and I'm going to do 275, which will require being matched by the amount of ETH, 0.265. So I have to put in equal amounts, and because this will add up to more than the 550 total, and I don't see either of these going down significantly enough to reduce me for quite a while. I mean, maybe in December, but I'm hoping by December one or both of these have gone up quite a while. If not, if they've started to drop or if this whole thing goes bust, well then I guess I've lost out. But I think this is a good thing to participate in. All right, let's approve. Okay, now this is one of these things. You have to pay an initial fee in order for the pool to have access to your wallet, and this initial fee is always higher than I would like to pay, and this is just to give access to the wallet. It's not even the transaction that I'm trying to do to start the pool. This is just to give permission. Now we'll see what the actual, and that's a one-time fee. You don't have to do it every time. It's a one-time fee. While it's pending, let's change to dark mode. That looks better. I think while we're waiting for that approval for the pool, I wanted to actually answer a question that was floating through my mind that I should share, and that's understanding the utility of this token. As you know, I generally only like to participate with things that have clear utility, so I'm bending the rules a little bit here. Right now, it's primarily a bit of a, I guess, a project token. At the start here, it's a branding or rewards token in a way as they drop it to the users. The only utility I see as of right now is being able to redeem the token, the elite token, for physical items, which is why I'm excited about this. Is fitting into a new space where so quite expensive, and there's only 5 of each of these items. This was the first thing that they did back in January, and so a hoodie was 350 elite tokens, so right now that'd be like $600-700. T-shirts 200, 150 for a hat. And but back when this was happening, I think it was about $1 for elite tokens, so still fairly expensive, but you're getting a 1 of 5 on a first run of a brand new brand. So fair value if you believe in the project and are willing to wear it and share it on your your streaming platform or whatever you're doing as an esports player. So they all sold out, and Q2 2021, so there'll be some announcement, big plans for that token and for that sale. So I'm excited to be part of this. I don't have a full handle on all of the utility, but the people I see involved, the area of esports, blockchain esports, and the brand itself and the design that I see just has enough things that I'm willing to jump in on this one. I would definitely not jump in with everything. I mean, that's your call. I'm not going to jump in with everything, but I'm definitely going to be part of this for the year, I hope. Hopefully this grows, and I'll be making sure it's part of my daily routine to get into the Discord and say hello to everyone and share what I'm learning and what I'm doing. Let's go see if that transaction went through. Alrighty, that finally approved. And now, it's been so long, I'm a little bit nervous about doing this as the swap. So I'm just going to see if I can get, make sure that amounts are fresh. I'll check I usually have my tolerances at 5, my slippage tolerance at 5%, or even 3 or 5%, just because I don't want to, I'd rather pay the extra amount than have it fail on transaction, have it fail on the gas. So I'm putting in 275 elite tokens, 0.265 ETH, and I'll get 0.2879% of the pool, so very, very small percent of the pool. In terms of the amount of gas that I'm about to pay for the transaction, it's probably not even worth it from my portion of the fees that I'd be collecting, but for the airdrop, there's a good chance it is. So I'll hit confirm. Now the gas ends up being quite high for these kinds of transactions, not just sending a token from one location to another. It's actually trying to be part of a more complicated smart contract, and so there's a lot to it. Oh, what is this? Add UniV2 to MetaMask. This is a new thing I haven't noticed before, so it's actually allowing me to add the pool to my MetaMask. Would you look at that? Oh, these are my Uniswap V2 liquidity tokens. Let me take a look at assets. Huh. That's a tiny little amount of Uni V2. Anyways, okay, that's interesting. So there we go. Now if I go back to my info, or even if I just go to this pool, I can put in my account, and you can see I was participating in some other pools. I ended up deciding, well, I pulled out of the Red Fox because there was no more incentives, and I wanted to participate in the loop ring one, and I pulled out of these other ones, I think because I wanted to sell it all to buy that Xmas Axie that I did in another video. And I thought I still had the SLP pool, but I must have changed my mind on that too and pulled it. So I'm down to just one little pool, this one here, which currently has a total value of $1,000, and that should handle any kind of ups and downs and changes and enable me to qualify for all the drops. So I hope that was helpful in showing you how to participate in this new brand and new project that's happening, and how to participate with liquidity pools. Take care. See you around.